also that Hulk prefers to go for the finish. Yago more of a points.
Here we go, 10-minute match in the black belt middleweight division. In the white gi, Yago de Souza representing New School Brotherhood. In the blue gi, Lucas Hulk Barbosa from Atos, and there's a guard pull from Yago de Souza earlier on. And we saw Lucas in action twice so far today here in Lisbon, Portugal. He's had a couple of matches to get warm. No easy matches so far. Very much a tough test in his last one against Luca Anacareta, but Yago de Souza also doing well. Had a good match earlier on. But the real test now is between these two young Brazilians. Yago had one match earlier so far against the tough Arturo Salas. We really saw his guard coming into play, his inversions and his interesting Barbosa game before working to pass. But Barbosa showing a bit of everything in his earlier matches, 2 so far. 1 submission and then a very tough, very close points victory in his most recent match. But right now, very upright posture here. Yago de Souza going for this guard position that we see so much from him and from his Brotherhood teammates.
Yeah, they really tend to prefer this sort of open guard game with the lapel grip.
And leads straight into the sweep there for Yago de Souza. Very easy reversal. Barbosa giving up that top position somewhat easily, but with a good pant grip there to try and defend that immediate knee cut from Yago de Souza. Going on the offensive here is Yago de Souza, looking to get past that guard, but do you think though, were you surprised at all about how easy the Yago de Souza got that sweep? He timed it very well, but Barbosa didn't really seem to fight it too much.
No, he didn't. That is a bit odd. I'm not surprised that he managed to sweep. Lucas is excellent at the guard. But yeah, Lucas didn't seem to fight it off too much. Maybe he was a bit too entangled there with the grip on the sleeve, and he couldn't really do much, so he just accepted it to go to a better position.
Back into that knee cut position here. On top in the white gi is Yago de Souza, working his guard from bottom.
Very strong
Is
pressure.
Lucas Hulk Barbosa, and getting that underhook. Now is Yago de Souza. Yago really pressuring forward. This is dangerous for Barbosa.
Very dangerous. He's using that low style, you know, that his training partner, now his coach, really. Yeah, doing that very well. These guys have
That's an advantage for Yago Vinicius de Souza.
For the half guard. And he's very good positioning to slide and get the 3 points as well. That would be a very nice, comfortable lead for him if he got that pass.
Just over 3 minutes down so far in this 10-minute black belt match. This is the quarter-final in the middleweight division. Yago de Souza on top now, looking to use that lapel around the armpit, possibly looking to set up a Bravo choke, something that Leandro Lowe does very well from this passing position. However, driving forward, pulling up on that sleeve, keeping Hulk Barbosa's elbow off the mat, makes it very difficult for Barbosa to create any sweep, but with the lapel control through the legs as well. And we talked about this earlier, Andre, that lapel grip through the legs there is such a great solution for dealing with an aggressive knee cutter like Yago de Souza.
Very nice. I think he would prefer to have the leg there entangled there in the middle, but yeah, that Cyborg's name for that is dental floss, I believe. It's a very nice position to defend that. It's also interesting that Yago is using very much his training partner's position, Leandro Lowe with the knee slice, and Barbosa is trying to use lapels like his training partner, Kino Cornelius.
This is it. 2 great teams of Jiu-Jitsu going up against each other head-to-head. New School Brotherhood, the brand new team created very recently by Leandro Lowe following his departure. Wow, there is a pass now. Barbosa was hanging on to that lapel. It slipped out from his control. He switched to the pant grip, but that constant forward pressure of Yago de Souza now secured 3 points for that pass. That's a 5-point lead halfway through this match. I have to say, Andre, I don't know about you, but Barbosa, we saw it in his last match also, looking a little bit flat so far in this competition.
Very true. You know, he's had some tough matches. He hasn't had any easy matches. 3 very tough ones. You did mention before that he went on holiday and he lost some weight there. I wonder if he just, you know, had a very good holiday, let's say, and didn't come in his best shape here.
Now in a very strong position here is Yago de Souza. He's got that lapel underneath the armpit. Trying to come around to what looks like a north-south. The recovering guard is Lucas Barbosa. Manages to get back to the guard. Straight back to that knee cut. Yago de Souza, that's a 5-point lead on the board. Just coming up 4 minutes remaining in this black belt match. And I've got to say, I was expecting an interesting match. I'm not sure if I was expecting it to be this one-sided.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't expect Yago to be so dominant. It's his first competition as a black belt. Actually, not at first. He did compete in Brazil in a small competition. But yeah, he came out guns blazing to this tournament. I think now, looking at the brackets, I would say he's the favorite to win this. After he wins this, he goes to the final. And on the other side of the bracket, I would say that this was the hardest side of the bracket. He's gone through that. The other side is very tough as well, don't get me wrong, but he looks so composed, so much in control that I see him as the favorite now to win the tournament.
Well, this, of course, a quarter-final match. 2 more fights to win gold. Yago de Souza on top, white gi, driving that pressure forward, really testing Barbosa's guard here. But we saw in the last match, Barbosa, he was under trouble. He was in trouble. He was under a lot of pressure, and really took it up an extra gear there in the last 60 seconds of the match, coming from behind to win. And you have to wonder, Andre, whether maybe he's biding his time, conserving his energy, maybe for a last-minute burst of activity to try and come back and take this match.
I don't think that would be a kind of strategy. I mean, he's 5 points behind. It's going to be very hard to break that in the last few seconds. I do think he's fading away because he looks tired. I'll be honest. Obviously, if he sees an opening, he's going to go for it. He's got that in him, you know. He's a very instinctive fighter. He goes for the kill. But Yago is too much in control right here. It doesn't look like he's going to concede any big openings for Lucas to capitalize.
Absolutely. And now going back to this gripping combination that we've seen from his guard so much today, with that pant grip at the ankle and working the up top with the other hand, collar grip right now. We saw him use it to try and set up some wrestling style reversal sweeps, but it's going to be very difficult prospecting, unearthing the base of such a solid pressure passer as Yago de Souza. And once again, Andre, we see that just that forward pressure from that knee.
Yeah, he's really killing it with that knee, isn't he? He's relentless with it, really grinding on Hulk, and yeah, just gassing him. He's just relentless. That's the word for it. I think Hulk not showing. He doesn't have, you know, a very strong half guard game, which could be a good offense for that. So he's preferring to choose an open guard, which falls very well in Yago's game.
1 minute remaining, less than 1 minute remaining here in this quarter-final match. Yago de Souza from New School Brotherhood currently up 5-0 against Lucas Barbosa. Middleweight division. Winner of this match, of course, will advance through to the semi-finals. 30 seconds left now and just no sign of slowing down here. From on top is Yago de Souza. That forward pressure, such a key element in this match. He's just been relentless in going forward with that knee cut pass, constantly driving forward, and so far Lucas Barbosa has just not had an answer for it. Already conceded 3 points to a pass, and now end of the match, Yago de Souza takes it 5-0. And wow, Andre, I've got to say, as I said, I was expecting a good match, but I'm not sure I was expecting it to be as one-sided.
100%. I think Lucas came in a bit tired from his previous match. He had, he showed what he's capable of in the first minute or so, maybe 90 seconds, and then he very quickly just started fading away from the fight, and Yago really showed he came here to win.
Well, both these competitors are relatively young black belts on the scene, both with less than a year of experience at the top ranks of the sport, and I'm absolutely certain that they will meet many times more in the future. Very interesting to see a number of young black belts here in action this weekend at the 2016 IBJJF European Championships. And I'm sure that we'll see a number of rivalries created at the black belt ranks. And your winner, 5-0, Yago de Souza.